Magnetic field due to a solenoid. Ampere's circuital law states that the line integral of magnetic field over a closed loop is equal to mu 0 times the current enclosed by the loop. Here we have three current carrying wires, first carrying current I1, second I2 and third I3. I1 and I3 are downwards and I2 upwards. Suppose we have to find a magnetic field at a point near the loops. For that, first we have to draw a closed loop called Amperian loop through this point. So, here this is our Amperian loop. Then consider a small element on the loop of length dl and find B dot dl for this element. Similarly, divide the whole Amperian loop into small elements of length dl and find B dot dl for all the elements. Here current enclosed is I1 minus I2 plus I3 because I2 is upwards. According to Ampere's circuital law, integral B dot dl over the closed loop is equal to mu 0 times the current enclosed by the loop. We are going to use Ampere's circuital law to find magnetic field due to a solenoid. A solenoid consists of an insulated copper wire wound over an insulating frame in the form of a helix. The wires are very close to each other, but each turn can be considered as a circular loop. In this figure, we have drawn each turn separately so that we can study the magnetic field due to each turn separately. Now, let us consider these two adjacent turns. Here we can see that field due to this first turn goes upwards in this region and second loop comes downwards. So, here in between the loops magnetic field or net magnetic field is 0. If we consider another two adjacent loops, we can again see that here magnetic field is upwards, here downwards. So, net magnetic field is again 0. So, we can conclude that outside the solenoid the net magnetic field is approximately equal to 0. But in the interior we can see that magnetic field lines are all in the same direction. So, the net magnetic field inside the solenoid is strong and parallel. Now, we are going to use Ampere's circuital law to find magnetic field in the interior of the solenoid. Here we are going to use dots and cross to represent wires. Instead of drawing all the wires, a dot represents a wire coming out and a cross represents a wire going in. So, a wire starts from here and ends here, and the wire starts from here and ends here. Now, we know that in the interior there is strong and parallel magnetic field. So, we are going to find magnetic field at a point inside, it is called P. To find magnetic field using Ampere's circuital law, we have to draw Amperian loop. So, this is a Amperian loop, it is a rectangle ABCD. The length of AB and CD is h. Now, integral B dot dl over the whole loop can be written as integral B dot dl from A to B, integral B dot dl from B to C, integral B dot dl from C to D, and integral B dot dl from D to A. B dot dl is B dl cos theta. So, from A to B we can write B dl instead of theta. Here if we consider small element on AB, the direction of that element dl and B are in the same direction. So, instead of theta we can write 0. The second section, that is from B to C, we can see that the direction of BC is upwards and magnetic field is towards right. So, the angle between them is 90. So, here we have cos 90, and for C to D instead of B we can write 0 here, and for the last part, that is from D to A, again the direction of dl and magnetic field is 90. So, In the first part, that is from A to B, we have B dl cos 0, cos 0 is 1. So, A to B, B dl. The second part, cos 90 is 0. So, this term is 0. For the third term, B is 0. So, the third term is 0. And for the last term, again cos 90 is 0. So, the last term is 0. So, integral B dot dl over the closed loop is equal to integral A to B B dl. The value of B is constant from A to B. So, it is taken outside. Inside the integral we have A to B dl. Integrating all dl from A to B, we get the length of AB, that is h. So, integral B dot dl is equal to BH. Now, we are going to apply this to Ampere's circuital law. Integral B dot dl is equal to mu 0 into I enclosed. Now, we have to find I enclosed. Just take the current in each turn to be I. N is the number of turns per unit length, that is number of turns when length L is 1. So, for h length we have nh turns. So, the number of turn is nh and current in each turn is I. NHI gives the total current. So, integral B dot dl is equal to mu 0 NHI. From 1 and 2, we can write integral B dot dl equal to BH. So, BH is equal to mu 0 into NHI. We can cancel H from both sides. So, B is equal to mu 0 Ni. This is the equation for magnetic field inside a solenoid. Now, N is the number of turns per unit length, that is N is equal to total turns by length, that is capital N by capital L.